And I wanted to ask, yesterday I'd asked you about this event that's scheduled for August 2. You told me to speak to the group and that Mr. Sullivan didn't know he was on the list.
Yes.
And wouldn't speak at it. Since then, I've seen there are at least 3 other events at which he did speak by the same group, involving the same group, and that he's on the board of directors of the sponsor of the August 2nd thing, the Jack Brewer Foundation. So I guess what I wanted to know is, one, to me it seems strange that he didn't know that he was listed by them if he's on the board of directors. But I also wanted to ask, I've seen this Secretary General orders called outside activities that say staff members should not engage in outside these activities without the approval of the Secretary General. So I wanted to know, since this is a private for-profit company that has had its stock pitched based on the involvement of UNDSS, whether the Secretary General has in fact approved this or not, and if not, what happens next?
As I told you, he's not appearing at their function. He was not aware of this.
Did you look into it? He's on the board of directors of the group.
I've discussed it with this person, who, by the way, has informed me that you apparently have taken some sort of gripe with him because he tried to talk to you at a stakeout. I'm aware
This
of.
is not a gripe. I'm asking you about an official DSS official on the board.
I'm aware of.
You're cutting me off. I thought that was unprofessional. I'm asking a question.
No.
How does this regulation apply?
I was actually in the process of answering you,
Okay.
and then you can talk. This is how conversations go. I
Go
talk,
ahead.
then you talk, and so forth.
It's just that you walk
as-
away, so that's why I'm making sure. I want to ask. I have a number of other questions on this.
Matthew, that's not fair. I take a huge amount of questions from you, as every transcript and every video will show. Now, I have no problem with you asking questions. I do not think that you should try to use the briefing in terms of personal vendettas against people. If that's what you're doing, it's unethical, and I would have a problem with
You
that.
can say whatever you want. Okay, what I'm asking is a senior UNDSS official is, and this is all online, these are all, you could have found them yourselves with 10 minutes of Googling. He's on the board of directors of the group that you said he didn't know put him on the list. And there have been 3 separate events, one about sneakers, one about concussions and the NFL, and these have all taken place in the Eco Soccer Trusteeship Chamber. So my question is, for the service of this individual on the board of directors of a for-profit company, for for-profit events, has the Secretary General given permission? And if not, is this reflective of a lack of due diligence as in the NLEXM case? Yes or no? Was permission given?
First of all, to the extent that DSS ever gives briefings at these, there are briefings about security conditions. Those are standard. Outside of those, I'm not aware.
I urge you to look at the press
I'm not aware of
releases.
anything that is
Well,
not
then-
a standard briefing. Second of all, did you do any of this Googling before you had your conversation in the corridors with Mr. Sullivan?
Yes, I have. I've been actually, I wrote about the concussion event because it's a joke that these events take place in the UN that are raising money. So I'm asking you about these events because you said he didn't know, and it's not credible. He's done 3 events. Look at them and see whether they were safety concerns.
Like I said, I've talked to this person, and this is what he has said. Now,